All right, we're back, and guess what? This time we're going over, and actually, we're excited because we're getting ready for the start of the season. And with week zero coming in, and that's what we're calling week zero because it's the start before the rest of the divisions come up. So they call it week zero. We got 2A and 3A teams that we're going to be talking about this time, huh, Daniel?
Yes, sir. Excited for football. It's back finally. The
Right,
wait is over.
right.
And I've been gone all last month, so like I didn't get to go out anywhere, go check out some teams, but it's like, hey, we're gonna hit the ground running and see what these 2A and 3A teams are made of this year.
Now, I did want to get to a point too, just so everybody knows. It looks like this season we're more than likely not going to be streaming any games. In the future, we're going to probably be streaming games starting next season. And I think what we're trying to do, and we're going to just kind of put it out there in the atmosphere, what we're trying to do is actually find a school that wants us to kind of host or stream their games for them and kind of like go that direction. Are we on the same page with that one?
Oh, absolutely. I think overall it's just a little difficult when you run into kind of road bumps along the way when it comes to getting a hold of schools. They got to go up their chain, which is understandable. But when it comes to having a set schedule, it becomes a little bit more difficult. We're kind of running around a little bit more than having something set in stone already at the start of the year.
And I think also embracing a single program will kind of let us kind of get to know the kids a little bit better during that season, and we'll kind of take different schools that actually want us to come out and do it. So I'm kind of excited about it doing that way as well. Kind of kind of becoming little homers and getting to know some of these schools and programs and the coaches and everything like that, like on a week to week basis. And home games and we had mentioned this also at one point in time. Even if we are stuck doing home games, maybe we can fill those away games with some other teams that might like what we're doing in our services as well. So we'll be getting onto that. We'll be talking about that a little bit more in the future as well. But you know what time it is getting into this whole season thing, right? And
Oh
what we're
yeah.
going to do is we're going to throw out obviously our picks on this as well. So what we're going to get started off with, and we're going to start with the 3As, and we're going to start with the regions that we're in, which is going to be and our wonderful 2A South as well as the 3A East. So we got a 2A 3A matchup right out the gate. Go ahead and drop me some wisdom on this.
Oh, well, two of my local teams out in Pinal County, probably the biggest rivalry in Pinal County. I mean, you got Coolidge coming in year two with Coach Hernandez. Had a really rough season last year, going 0-10. Santa Cruz actually ended up beating them 44-0 last year. The only thing with Santa Cruz going into this year is it's a lot of unknown. How much depth do they have returning into this season, as well as who's going to be those players to kind of step up for those seniors that left last year. So interested to see what Coach Cortez is going to do to fill in this game. I think overall, when you look at it, it's going to boil down to probably Santa Cruz and what they can do to fill in those gaps. But also, I'm trying to see how much has Coolidge improved from last year to this year. I
Right.
know they were out in California doing, their summer program out there. How much camaraderie did they build during that time to be able to say, okay, you know what, we're bought in and we're ready to kind of get Coolidge back to the team that we know them of.
And this is the second year with their new head coach, correct?
Correct, and it's gonna be a lot of fun this year. It's actually, the 20th anniversary since Coach Hernandez won his first state title with Coolidge back in, 2005, so they'll be having, that team, come back, during, homecoming and, show a little love there, but I think, if you know Coach Hernandez, he's not gonna take a 0 for 10. Last year it
Right.
was just a road bump. Now it's time to, get this team back to what Pinal County knows them as, and that's winning football.
Right. I mean, and I do see that obviously that Coolidge is playing a schedule that's going to definitely challenge them, and I know that obviously he's going to try and step up to that challenge and see what happens. Um, Now, one of the things I do know from Santa Cruz, and I don't know if you mentioned it, is obviously they lost one of their big keys, their quarterback,
Yep.
who was doing a lot of big things for him last season. So we're gonna have to see how that fills on up and kind of gets replaced. So let me ask you this question, and this is going to be kind of the theme of this. Which direction are we going here? Are you going with Coolidge, or are you going with Santa Cruz?
Yeah, you know what? I'm expecting hopefully a closer game than last year. But I think when it comes to already having an established program, I'm gonna give the edge to Santa Cruz Valley on this one. I know they got knocked out in the first round last year. Gonna definitely want to get back and make it a little bit further. So I'm gonna give the edge to Santa Cruz.
I'm gonna jump on boat with you. I'm going with the upper stronger. Well, even though they're the lower division, the 2A team coming into this game, I have to agree with you. I think coach over at Coolidge has still got to kind of get everybody firing on this. Now, this could be one of those games I think that we need to watch, and maybe we might actually be watching it. So we
Yeah,
might be up there. But I'm gonna probably have to go with the visiting team as well, over at Santa Cruz. So we might get some booze when we go over to Coolidge if we go, but that
just
might be
fires them up a little more.
that might be the whole reason to fire him up a little bit more and get him going here as well. So the next game that we're gonna hit up here is we're gonna go over and take right down the road from Coolidge. We're gonna go over to Florence. We're gonna be talking about Sholo and Florence playing up matchup. Now, you were telling me that something around like this hasn't played. This game hasn't played in how long? Something you were telling me something interesting about that.
Yeah, it's been the first game since 2021 that these two teams
Okay,
haven't met
so
up in
not
the
that
regular season. Yeah, not too bad. But I think that's around the time where Florence was they weren't the program that we know of them now. So
bad. Hmm.
Sholo actually owns the overall record since Max Preps has been around. They've won all 5 matchups against Florence.
Oh
So
wow.
could be interesting. Sholo is that program that they've kind of fell off a little bit compared to winning a state championship, I think back in 2008. And
Okay.
so I'm real interested to see how things go with Florence because you got a new coach, Coach Carlin, who's coming over from Santan Foothills, and he's bringing in a new system, which is that wing T
Right.
offense. It can be good if you have the guys to be able to do it.
Right.
But I'm also hearing that there's a lot of players that didn't buy into it and kind of transferred out, and some of them headed over to Crisman
Oh wow.
down the road. So, what is that going to be? Because it's another team that lost a lot of seniors. They lost their star quarterback last year, and so it's kind of an unknown when it comes to Florence this year. So,
Wow.
very, very interesting matchup here because it could be a lot closer than what I would have expected if they played last year.
Well, and I think it's really important for Florence to kind of grab this game right out the bat because the rest, I mean, right after that, they kind of go into a rough patch with the following games that they have, as you can kind of see over here. So it's almost kind of like we got to come out firing real quick. If not, we could be in a tailwind for a little while.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, I mean, you could see them right now. I'm looking all the way down to week 6, maybe where they're kind of coming back into it. So
Mhm.
really important that they kind of grab this game. I think this is going to be a really interesting schedule for them. The later part's probably their favorite in their schedule, but yeah, this is a really important game for them. I'd say definitely watch this one. So I'm going to go ahead and once again we're going to ask the question, man. Which way are you going on this one?
Um, I'm gonna say I'll save this for later, but I'm gonna give the edge to Florence on this one. I think that one of the big things is they've always have had depth year
Okay.
after year. So I think they have a lot of young players that are ready to step up and continue the success that Coach Hart left behind, and those former players. So edge is going to go to Florence on this one.
You know what? I'm actually going to throw a curveball here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually jump just to conflict with you. I'm going to sit here and go new coach, new program. I mean, new style football, new everything. Can Sholo pull it off? And if they do, this could be kind of frightening, like I was just talking about. And actually, I just convinced myself to kind of lean to the Sholo in this one because of that. I think you have a team that typically is played together with their coach. Everything they've been on their firing code, to the best of my knowledge, Sholo. Um, and they always come up. I don't know what it is. They're one of those teams, and like you said, they have the history on them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run with Sholo. So Sholo, you got I got you. Sorry, Florence. I know you're one of our home teams, but I'm gonna argue with Daniel on this one, and it's documented.
I respect it. I respect it.
Right. So the next game here coming up is gonna be Santan Foothills versus Pusch Ridge. Now this one's actually our Saturday game.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if there's anybody that goes out on a Friday game and you guys are here in town or whatnot and just want to pick up an extra game, come check out Pusch Ridge. They're always a fighter. I mean, definitely a good program from last year as well. Go
Great fan
ahead.
base too. Great fan base. I love them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
so I'll actually probably be out there Saturday. It's just up the road from the house, so I might
Okay.
go, check it out with the
Sounds
kids
like
and
I'm going with somebody.
okay, and there we go.
All right. Go
Uh,
ahead and drop
so
some knowledge on these nuggets.
so as we know, Push Ridge is the, defending champions from last year. Ended up beating, Santan Foothills 45-0 last season. As we talked about, Santan Foothills has a new coach in Coach Co. So interested to see what Santan Foothills is going to bring to the table. New system. I'm hoping that this is a team that can finally start to air the ball out a little bit. I think that with the wing tee that they've had, for the previous seasons under Coach Carlin, I think it's time to go a different route and see, what playmakers that they do have. As far as Push Ridge, I never try to doubt them. It seems like year in and year out they have the kids to step up. Obviously, it helped them last year in winning the state title. So, as far as my pick goes, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Push Ridge. I think they're gonna want to start the season off defending champions and start it off with a big win against Santan Foothills.
I'm excited to see over at Push Ridge my man Dominic Painter. He's one of the seniors coming in this season, a wide receiver that I actually got to watch or actually go with up on that Oregon trip with Rodney.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm really excited to see what he does. There's other talents that's always coming out of Push Ridge. So this is it. To me. I'm kind of really comfortable with this one here. So I'm definitely obviously the powerhouse in the division from last year, Push Ridge, and we'll see. Like you're saying, new coaching staff. They're kind of struggling a little bit last year with the Santan Foothills, but definitely a game to go out and watch on a Saturday. It's going to be a good time. Which direction are you going on this one?
I'm definitely gotta side with you on that one. I gotta go with Push Ridge on this one until somebody knocks them off the throne. They're the team to beat.
All right, and like you said, I'm going the same direction. So we're gonna jump over into the next game, and that one's gonna be the Sabino versus Valley Christian game.
Ooh,
You know,
what a way to start off for Sabino.
right? Don't get any hotter than this. This is the way we start. Um, Man, Coach McBrayer always doing his thing. I think last year there was a little bit of a down dip, obviously coming off of a state championship the year prior. So I'm really interested to see how Sabino bounces back on this one. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead. What do you got on this one? Do you have anything?
So this is actually the first regular season matchup between both
Mm.
teams. So and if they've played before in the playoffs, this is just going off of max preps from all the data that they have stored in there. So it's going to be interesting. You had, like you said, Sabino um, had a little bit of a hiccup last year, lost a lot of players from their state championship team. But also, if you look at Valley Christian, they're a team that kind of slipped down a little bit as well. So it can be anybody's game on this one. I
Yeah.
believe it's, who's gonna want it more. This one, if you have a chance to go check this game out, this is probably your game of the week when it comes to 3A and 2A
Close,
because
man.
you have two great programs that are gonna probably light up the scoreboards. I'm hoping for a high scoring game down to the wire, but you know what? We'll see what these defenses can do as well.
I think we're going to definitely see them in the playoff time. That is definitely going to be in their future. Both programs, I feel. I think it's the first time Sabino missed it last year, but I think Sabino's coming right back. I'm going to ask, man, because this is a good one. Who are you picking on this one?
Um, you know what? I'm still uncertain of Valley Christian at the point. I mean, they do live in that Chandler area. We know all the programs that are growing, new schools. So I'm unsure of what they're going to be, especially after I didn't expect them to fall so much last season. But you know what? I think that Coach McBrary's got his program bought in. I know they got the new football field going on over there as well. Eventually, right? Or
Yeah,
if it's not built already
hopefully it'll be by the it looks
by
like
the start.
second week.
Yeah.
So
So, you know what? I gotta go. I'm gonna go with the Tucson team on this one. I'm gonna take Sabino to
oh
technically get the.
wow. You know what? And you know what? I'm gonna follow suit. This is the game. Like I think this could be this could be my game for right off the first week. It might be.
Yeah, and if you look at the schedule, I mean, if Sabino gets this game, I mean, a lot of the games in the next few weeks are in their favor. So this will be
Absolutely.
one to really set the tone for Sabino. So
Yeah. So big game for you guys. Big game, Sabercats. Um, next one up here, Safford versus Morenci.
all right.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So this was actually a close game last year. Safford picked up the victory 13-12
Oh wow.
uh over Morenci. So of course, Safford's had Morenci's number over the years. I think they hold the overall record at 5-2. And so, for me, I think, is it time to see Safford kind of show a little bit of progress? I know they've been around a 500 ball club over the last few seasons. I think this one would definitely help boost the morale there, especially having Blue Ridge the following week, which might be a tougher matchup for them.
Mhm.
But then at the same time, you got Morenci who dropped down to 2A this year. I just think when you look at things, Safford probably has the more established team at the current moment. So we'll see. I'm just interested to see what type of team Morenci has.
I'm right there with you. I know Morenci's kind of in a real rebuild. They've had a lot of coaching change in the recent years, which has been one of their things. And also they kind of sit like several of these small towns, they kind of sit off in its own little remote area kind of thing. Um, on this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and pick first, I guess. I'm gonna probably go with Safford on this one. The only reason why I'm really kind of pushing for Safford on this game is because to tell you the truth, and I mentioned this earlier to you, if Morenci wins this game, my question becomes, why did you drop down to 2A?
Right.
I think that's my biggest thing is like if you're petitioning or you went in and say, hey, look, we need to move down to 2A. I don't think you should hold wind to this team, to Safford. I mean, you're talking about as we're looking at it, it's a mediocre, middle of the lane kind of 3A football program. And if Morenci would have stayed, they would have been in the same region. I think it would have brought a lot of games closer into their community, which I think would have helped out their market a lot better, as well as Pima, for example. I don't think at this point in time, Morenci and Pima, if you petition to move down, I, I don't think you should be beating the 3A teams that are in your market.
Correct.
That's just my opinion. So, I
No,
mean,
you're right.
and where are you at with this one?
I definitely have to agree with you. I think with the coaching changes for Morenci, it's hard to really build anything when it seems like year after year they have a new coach. So I'm going to go with Safford as well. Like I said, it's that time where Safford is, if they're ready to take that next jump, set the tone against Morenci this time.
If not, Morenci, jump back up and let's go. I'd love
Yeah.
to see Morenci come back into one of our regions so we could cover him more. Next game coming up here. Whoosh, another good
This is
one.
this is probably if you don't have Sabino Valley Christian number one as game of the week, this is the game of the week.
Right,
Two
right.
playoff teams. ALA Ironwood turning into a powerhouse.
Right. LA, Ironwood, Thatcher, both of them. I mean, you talk about big dogs getting into it in the 3A. This is the game to be at. If you want to take that trip out to that Thatcher community, man, I told you what, like me and you talked about it. It's like you want to go, like you want to head up towards Phoenix, you want to head out towards Thatcher. Where do we want to go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, and unfortunately, like we're probably not going to either one of them. But hey, guys, we know these are
We'll
going to
see.
be. Well, oh, okay, you're going to say it like
I,
that.
no, I was gonna say we'll see because you never know. I might have a change of heart where we're going.
Oh wow. Okay. I might be on a longer trip than I thought we were coming. But either way, this is going to be a great game. Anything you got to you have to recap on this one or know anything about this one?
Just like Sabino Valley Christian, first matchup ever between both teams. I think this is the game that kind of sets the tone to see where both teams are at. Of course, you got Coach Jones out there in Thatcher. He's been, nonstop with this program from 2A jumping up to 3A. I know they've been in the semifinals at least one time that I can remember right now. And I know that a 3A state championship is on the table for a program like Thatcher. ALA Ironwood went to through a coaching change this offseason. Now it's Coach Bluford out at ALA Ironwood. Interested to see what he inherits in this program because, like I said, that area is getting so big that if a player doesn't buy in, they're going to transfer out to a school where they, can either get more playing time or, more established program. But I think the team that he's inheriting with ALA Ironwood. There, it's a good group of players out there that are already, trusted in each other, and hopefully they trust in Coach Bluford to help them go far in the playoffs again this year. Because I think, without a doubt, these two teams will see them either playing each other in the playoffs or both of them making it. Who knows how far? Just going to be interesting to see with the results of this one because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, it's funny because I did actually talk to Coach Jones, right? And we were actually kind of talking about something you just touched up on. You talk about the community or the area that this school ALA Ironwood's located at. It's a growing population, so on and so on, which there's a couple of things that I agree with Coach Jones when he brought this up. He goes, look, you know what? The difference is my kids are my kids. These are the kids that grew up in this community. There's no growth really in our market and whatnot. This is what I have. Now I will say this, Coach Jones, and you know it. You down talk your kids because they always come up and they're dogs. So
Yeah.
so I will tell you this. But I also will say this, and you brought up like once again another part to that was they'll probably play somewhere possibly in the playoffs. Now, when you talk about teams and you mentioned it, even the transfer situation, like, hey, look, if they don't buy into this program, they're out.
Mhm.
But that some of them also buy in. So, will they be playing? And this is a key thing that why I'm bringing it up. Will they be playing the same team if they do play in the playoffs? I mean, you get some of the transfers and stuff like that because they're in that Phoenix market. It kind of plays a different kind of almost like a different element than a lot of these other, I'll say, like small community 3A, 2A teams have. So this is one of the things that kind of clash with them when they get into that topic. But go on, tell me what you got. Who are you picking on this one?
Oh man, I might get a little bit of slack from this school just because I mean they even though they are no longer in our 3A market technically with them moving to the metro. ALA Ironwood's gonna hound me about this one because I don't know what it is about Thatcher and Coach Jones programs, but I can never go against them It's very hard for me. Like there has to be a team out there to really do that. So let me get the edge to the home team. I think Thatcher is going to show that they're ready to go far this year.
I think these arrows are green, so I'm going the same way. We're going with the mean green. But I will say this, and Jones knows it as well. This is going to be a tough game out the gate. And it doesn't like it might loosen up a little bit for him, but the rest of these are tough schedules, as you
Yeah.
can see. These are solid programs, tough schedules. So really excited to see what happens, what the outcome is on this game. But we're gonna go over to the next one where we drop down to the double A or the 2A matchups. I don't want to say double A, it's not true. 2A matchup games, head to heads here. And we got good old Benson versus Bisbee getting down into these Southern Arizona 2A teams here. Man, I love me some Benson. I'm a Benson fan just because a lot of the kids on the team and program that actually I know are coaching over there. So I've become kind of a homer towards Benson because of that. But I do know that this is a big match, game one for them too. So go ahead and tell me what you know on this one.
Last year, Bisbee ended up taking the victory 15-12. So a close matchup, even though the seasons didn't go probably the way Benson wanted. I think the big key here for this matchup when it comes to Bisbee is who's going to replace Sebastian Lopez. That's a big name, big position to fill at quarterback. He did a lot of the overall offense of what made Bisbee successful. As far as Benson goes into it, I'm ready to see them jump back in to that playoff hunt. I think if they're able to pick up a victory against Bisbee here, it would definitely show a change of how much they've improved because I think they're right there. Last year I think they were around 500, maybe a little bit below, but yeah, I mean 15-12 last season when Bisbee had one of their star players on the roster. I think things can get a little more interesting when it comes to this matchup this year.
Which way you going, man?
Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go just based off of experience probably for Bisbee. I'm gonna take Bisbee to have the edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's another 3-point game when it's all said and done.
This is an ugly one for me, man. This is really an ugly game for me. I'm gonna go, and I know I'm gonna get shit. It's coming, bro. It is coming. I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
get from one, but I'm gonna get love from the other. I'm going with Benson only because I feel Benson needs it more than Bisbee.
Okay.
Benson needs, like you had mentioned, Benson needs this game to kind of say, hey, look, we're back, we're playing, we're good to go. I think Bisbee, the rest of their schedule is already in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Bisbee's going to just be on a nice little solid run for pretty much the season, anyways. Um, as you can see, like the strength in schedule, Bisbee's strength of schedule is a lot worse than Benson's. I think Benson needs to grab this, or Benson's going to have a lot of hurt. So,
Yeah.
so I'm only going with Benson just because, like, guys, I really, really do. I think you guys need this one. This might actually be your playoff game right now.
Yeah.
This is a big game for him. So that's why I'm going that direction. I did it. Sorry, guys. I know I'm documented. The proof is in the pudding. It's right here. So I know you guys are going to yell at me. I get it. Kill the messenger. I did it. Next game coming up here is the Willcox versus Palo Verde. And I'll tell you what, man. I heard Willcox actually got a new field. I know they got the grant, but I don't know if the field's done. So I know
Okay.
they got the grant. So things are going their direction. Things are changing. So, all right, I'm excited for Willcox. A lot of things happening there. Obviously, my man Keith Smith and them, all the coaches over there at Palo Verde, those are my dogs. Always been good people to me. where are we at on this one? What are you thinking?
Willcox actually won pretty decisively last year, winning 50-8. I think when it's you talk about these two teams, they're on opposite ends as far as success goes. So overall, I think for Willcox, you got to go and just get the job done. It's
Right.
nothing to let a team like Palo Verde hang around, but I'm real interested to see what Palo Verde does. I know they picked up some wins last year. It's a program that's continuously showing improvement. If they're somehow able to knock off a playoff team like Willcox, I think it would show just how much they've invested into this program. But at the end of the day, I got to go with the team that's shown a lot of consistency, and that's going to be Wilcox. I think that they uh, they pretty much set the tone for their season and pick up a big victory.
I think you're absolutely right. Like this should be an easy win for Wilcox. It's just not the game for or Palo Verde. I think Palo Verde's victories here is, hey, look, can we walk away uninjured, unharmed as we go into ALA Anthem the following week, Tanque Verde, so on and so on. So I think it's important to kind of just learn and kind of walk away with the victory of that. Like, hey, can we have our kids all in good health after this game, so on and so on. I mean, other things have happened, but I'm definitely like with you right here. I'm going the Wilcox direction as well. So yeah, I mean, there's really this really isn't all that exciting of a first week game for me. This is kind
Yeah.
of like a almost like a scrimmage vibe, and it's not a shot towards Palo Verde, but history is history, and hopefully things will change with Palo Verde, and they'll shut us up. I'm 100% with that too, but
Mhm.
I think that's an easy one for us to kind of go that direction on that one. As we roll into this one here, which is a little harder to predict, um, it's Catalina Santa Rita. I mean, this has pretty much been one of the better matchups these teams have each year. Um, I believe that Catalina's had the upper hand on it for the past couple of years, but this is a game that these two teams kind of look forward to.
Yeah.
It's an evenly matched kind of game for them. They both have hopes and expectations to beat each other, and even though they tend to have rough seasons, this is that inspirational kind of week for both these programs. Anything on this one?
So last year, Catalina won 36-0. I think when you said it best with these two programs, this is their matchup that they look forward to every year. Who can get the edge on each other. Two programs that struggled, drastically over the last few seasons. Santa Rita, I think we've talked about it. The best thing that they had going for them last year was that they did finish the season. So I think for them, the goal is to win a game. You start winning, it
All right.
changes a lot of things. If they're able to knock off a team, I mean, this will probably be one of their best chances to do so this year. So interested to see how both programs have improved from last year. But at the end of the day, I got to go with the team that has been a little more consistent, and I'm going to roll with Catalina on this one.
Gotcha. And I'm going to go probably the same direction with you. I know that Santa Rita's always been trying to get their stuff together. I know it's kind of a always rebuild kind of season for them. It's difficult when you have a school enrollment that's kind of dropping like everything else. I mean, it's just a school that's struggling.
Yeah.
Um, I know Coach Virgil, who used to be over with, he was over at Choya, went over to Saguaro. Now he's over at Catalina. So this is his first year over there. Uh, they're grabbing things and trying to make things happen as well, and putting in that effort. So I'm gonna go with you on this one here as well, and I'm gonna go with Catalina on the prediction on this one, and we'll see what happens. I mean, once again, I think this is an exciting game for both these programs. So I really do hope the student body comes out and supports it. This should be one of the big ones that they at least kind of embrace if they can, and kind of follow that. I think these schedules, both on both sides of them, are a little tough for them. so it's not too friendly. I would have liked to seen the strength of schedule a little bit. Not once again, it's not a pity thing. I just want to see the programs kind of win, strive, and do pretty well. So it'd be interesting to see what happens on these ones here. We're gonna jump over to the next game, which is going to be the Phoenix Christian versus Tanque Verde. Always excited to see these two teams. Like, I mean, like both of them kind of have their little moments here. You know anything on these ones?
Phoenix Christian took the victory last year, 26-13. So as far as both programs, I mean, I think they've um, been improving. I know Phoenix Christian used to be able to make the playoffs year in and year out. I think last year they kind of had a hiccup in their year. Tanque Verde, I'm really interested to see. I know their program has continuously improved. Last year, well, no, 2 years ago, I think they were a playoff team, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm real interested to see if they're able to pick up the victory here. Both teams I think have capabilities, especially with 2A expanding to the 24 team playoffs. I think that we could see one of these teams kind of sneak in at when it's all said and done. Hopefully, depending on how the strength of schedule plays out for them. But when it comes to this matchup right here, man, it could really go either way this year. I'm gonna go with Phoenix Christian on this one. I'm hoping for a really good close game, but I think if I'm gonna give the edge, I got to give it to Phoenix Christian.
Gotcha. You know what, man? This could be the sleeper game.
You think so?
I think this could be a sleeper game. I mean, first of all, home game over at Tanque Verde, so that I mean, upper hand advantage there for them. But I mean, I know there was obviously the point deficit that you said last year. I mean, I
Mhm.
think Bull now, the coach Bull now over at Tanque Verde is getting to know his kids a lot better. Kids are starting to buy into it. Um, Interesting. This is an interesting game for me. Wow. I mean, at first I was a quick, I would have. I'm leaning the same way you are with hope and expectation for the
Mhm.
other way. I think Phoenix Christian might just be a tad bit better.
Okay.
So ow, sorry, Bull now. Um, but yeah, and sorry to my whole Tanque Verde crew. Um, I'm leaning that way. This one could be. Hey guys, this could be a better game. Make the most out of it. And actually, I tell you what, like this might be the sleeper game that maybe we should have went to. Like
Okay.
locally, if you're here in town, this might be your Friday night game. And I know this like Tanque Verde isn't typically a place that like if Sabino's out of town, all these teams are out of town, right? Pusch Ridge is on Friday or Saturday. This might be the local game to go support and watch. Big ups to
I
everybody on
agree.
this one. This could be literally the one that kind of now that we're kind of if you're in Tucson, this might be your game to go watch. But yeah, I think we're both leaning that way only because like you're saying, a little bit more dominant program coming in. It is, but this could be literally a really good game to kind of watch. Going into the next one here, Tombstone versus Miami. Um, New coach over at Tombstone. I don't even know who it is. Was he mentioned on
I wasn't able to get the name on it
okay.
yet.
Don't even know who he is right now. I do know that my coach Benias is over at Rio Rico.
Yep.
So some changes obviously happened. I don't know if like one of his coaches, like his assistant coaches, took over the job or what. I don't know. Um, Not posted. He used to be my link to Tombstone, and now that's gone. So, um, really hope I can kind of build a new relationship with the program. What do you know out of these two? What are we thinking?
So this is going to be the first matchup since 2017 for
Ooh,
these guys.
okay.
So
Really?
it's been a while since they've played in the regular season. As far as the last time they played, Miami ended up winning 54-16. Tombstone owns the overall record at 2-1. So haven't played each other very much, but at the same time, I think these are pretty evenly matched teams, especially when you look at the rankings. And so it's going to be a real fun one, with Miami hosting it at home. For this one, I mean, it's really a toss-up, honestly. What team comes to play? You talked about Tombstone, new coach, new coaching staff. So, um, not exactly sure what their program has as far as depth goes. The experience. Miami is a team that sits around 500. Maybe picks up a game against teams that they should beat, but when it comes to closer matchups, it definitely is a coin flip on if they're going to pick up the victory. When it comes to this one, I'm actually going to give the edge to Miami. I think that from what I've kind of seen from them last year in checking stats and scores and stuff like that, they do pretty well against teams that are evenly locked with them. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Tombstone can pick up a victory here.
I'm probably going to go the other direction, and I'm arguing with Max Preps, which is something that I don't normally do. When you look at it rank wise, obviously the winner or the victor of this game should be Miami. The only reason why I'm kind of leaning this way, and this is kind of one of the things that Rodney always used to get in trouble for, because he would, well, I hope this, that kind of thing. Um,
Yeah.
if Tombstone can win this game, this helps greatly
Mhm.
against the region, the 2A East region. So if Tombstone over at 2A South beats the 2A East region, I think it really helps out, because it kind of bumps up. Because I think when we were looking at the rankings, two of the teams that were actually in between these two, in the rankings for 2A, were both also teams that were in the 2A South, or Southern teams. So Tombstone winning it really could help the regions that we kind of cover, or that we're looking at right now this year. So I'm kind of going that way. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, victory wise, if I'm trying to hold the badge of honors on my picks, I would probably lean more towards Miami on this game. But I'm going with Tombstone, and there's a lot of question marks for me, because I don't even know who the coach is right now.
Yeah, I looked up on
So
Max Preps. They only have the assistant coaches listed at the moment. So, yeah, as far as this game, I didn't realize it till I saw it right now. Miami actually made the playoffs last year, so
right,
they ended up having to play Arizona Lutheran, lost like 80-20.
right.
So, yeah, I agree with you. If if Tombstone can pick up this victory, it's definitely gonna help that region, and I think it's gonna be a
Oh,
lot closer. Yeah.
Tombstone, you're gonna be mad at me. You're gonna be
Don't
mad at me.
switch it now.
I'm no, bro. I can do it now. I can't do it later. I can do it now. I'm Tombstone. I'm sorry. I'm seeing you. It's a home game. There's so many question marks for me. I really do need Tombstone. I'm sorry, Tombstone. I really do need Tombstone to win this game. But, like, at the end of the year, last year, I held up the trophy with over 80% victories on my pick, and I'm never gonna
That's
hit
why
it.
you're switching it
I'm
up.
never
I
gonna hit
shouldn't
it.
have told you about their playoff
Well, no, it
appearance
wasn't even.
last
It
year.
was like, I'm sitting here looking at, like, it's a home game. It's like, I don't know who the coach is. Like, there's so many question marks for me over here on the Tombstone side. Now, Tombstone's got the schedule that they need.
Mhm.
I mean, to come out of the whatever they're going through right now. I don't whatever. Come on, Tombstone, do it for me. All right, Tombstone, do it for me. That's all I'm gonna say. Unfortunately, I went the other way. You guys can sit there and, boo me as I drive through Tombstone. Last game here. I mean, I don't know what to think of
Interesting.
this one. This is going to be an interesting one with Desert Christian's first year game, reveal, school reveal, whatever the case might be. They were playing I mean, 1A football prior to this. First year playing 2A, being a part of the AIA. So they're one of the new programs in the 2A. As you guys can see, also one thing that we haven't touched is that last week. Obviously, there's only 9 games in the schedule because they do it's gonna be like some kind of alignment game for the last one, I guess,
I
for
think
their
it's
playoff,
a region championship or something along
something
those
like that.
lines.
Interesting thing. Um, where are you at on this one, bro?
You know what? I was able to kind of keep track of LA Anthem South. They're just a tad bit north of Coolidge.
Mhm.
So Loopy, he his daughter goes to that school, so he has a little bit more ties into
Okay.
how that program is doing. And I think last year I saw a great jump as far as them finishing 0-10 the prior year. Finished 2-8 on the season, so definitely have improved. And when it comes to new schools making that first year leap, it's always a struggle to get acclimated with a different type of football. And I think it's a good testing point for a team like Desert Christian. But on this one, I think I'm gonna go with the team that has had a few seasons under their belt playing here in 2A. So I'm gonna go with ALA Anthem South. And if they do pick up the victory, I mean they've only been around for I think 3 years, so it'll be the
Right.
first time that they've won an opening game in their school's his short history.
Oh,
So
wow.
I think I'm gonna give the advantage to ALA Anthem South just based off of experience.
I think you hit it on the head here with jumping from, 8-man football going into 11-man football, learning the new coach as well, learning the system, getting everything in place. I think the season's coming up a little too quick for Desert Christian. So this game's kind of gonna be just like almost like a we learned. I think that Desert Christian has a good schedule where they can pick up some wins during the games of the season, or actually even towards the middle. I think that
Mhm.
they have good opportunities to win certain games. I don't think this is the one like you're saying. If it is, it'll help because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Desert Christian sitting in one of the ugliest regions to be in 2A football right out the gate with
Yeah,
Willcox, Benson. Like the back end of their schedule is a
it's tough.
gauntlet. That
Mhm.
that's ugly. I think I think for Desert Christian, what they need to do is they really need to kind of get our eggs lined up after their first game or two and then bring it back together when they hit that Santa Rita, Catalina, San Carlos kind of run there, and try to get some wins there. But yeah, the back end of this is going to be bad for them. I think the front one is just kind of learning the jitters, and like you said, hey, look, I'll give it to experience first. And by the way, ALA Anthem, congratulations on your first season win, first game, kind of thing. If that's the case,
See,
I mean, great
yeah,
fact to bring up, man. I appreciate you with all the information always as you do. Um, but bringing up and knowing that's pretty cool stuff. I mean, your first season opener, first time being undefeated.
yeah, same goes with Catalina and Santa Rita. Somebody's gonna start off 1-0, which is exciting for these type of programs that
Right.
are looking, to get out from the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of cool stuff, and we always do it. It's always interesting. I'm interested in doing this. We're gonna be doing this all season long, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm loving it. Even when I take off in October, I'm gonna find time to lock in with you and
Figure it out.
these shows. Yeah, I gotta do playoff baseball again, but it's gonna
Right,
be fun. But before we wrap up, I wanted to do something new with you this
right,
year. Usually make our picks. We'll see how they play out. I know next week we're gonna go back into doing the polls for the fans, so be on the
right.
lookout for that one. Get your votes in. But this year, I thought about, you know what? Give me your lock. give me your upset, and give me your favorite matchup of the week.
My upset is going to be the Sabino game.
Sabino Valley Christian.
Sabino Valley Christian, yeah. My lock, man. Here I'm not looking at the. See, I'm the one that's not ready. um, yeah. So let me look here. I'm gonna pull like my lock here. Oh, you know what? My lock is gonna be the Pusch Ridge game. Push
Push
Ridge
Ridge.
Santan Foothills. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what was the last?
Your favorite matchup of the week,
Ooh,
or the one that you think is going to be the best game overall as far as two teams competing against each other.
two teams competing against each other. You know what? Originally, I was leaning towards, and it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. This is a great game. The ALA Ironwood Thatcher game is a great game, but I'm kind of like leaning on the Tanque Verde game.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna make that my favorite because I wasn't thinking about it, and then like all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, this is actually a pretty decent little matchup for these teams, and I
Yeah.
think it's really important for Tanque Verde to try and get that Phoenix Christian game. So you know what? I'll say that's my There you go.
Okay.
What about you? What do you got, man?
Oh man, I got to go back through a little bit now. Since you went Push Ridge Santan Foothills as your lock, oh man,
Did I
I'm
take
gonna.
your fire?
Yeah, you know what? I could switch it up. I think my lock here, I'm gonna go Catalina over Santa Rita. That's gonna be my lock.
That's your lock.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think just overall Catalina's is a team that's a little bit, ahead of Santa Rita when it comes
Okay.
to
Okay.
overall team.
Okay.
Uh my I'll save my upset for the end here because I know I'm gonna get a little bit of slack for
Ooh,
this one. My matchup, I mean, ALA Ironwood Thatcher, that has to be my favorite game of the week. Two,
like I told you,
teams
man,
that are gonna go, yeah, to the
we were right
playoffs.
there.
Yeah, they're gonna go to the playoffs. I think hopefully we'll see them meet up again in the playoffs.
Right.
So that game, if Thatcher has a link to that game, let us know because I'll be keeping
Uh,
posted
you know what?
on.
Thatcher is really good at. They stream their
Yeah.
games, so yeah, that could be.
So yeah, please send us over that link for that game because I want to keep tabs on it, see how things are going there. But my upset of the week, I think, even though I picked this team to win, I think my upset of the week is going to be Sholo versus Florence.
Ooh.
So yeah, even though I picked Florence, I think they have enough to do it. I won't be surprised if Sholo upsets them. So yeah, I
You know
think
what?
it's
The
fun.
cool part is that there is a lot of good games this week, and like even a lot more so than even what I anticipated right out the gate. I wasn't like a lot of it. I was like, wait, while we were going over, I'm like, you know what?
Mhm.
That could actually be kind of cool or a good game. So guys, even though you don't have a game, if you're a 4, 5, 6 program or something like that, get out and support. Go show some love to some of these teams because I guarantee you, when it comes to the back end of your schedule, you're typically over, or these teams, these 2As and 3A teams, go out and watch your guys' programs.
Mhm.
So, like, show the love at the beginning. I know it's something that we don't tend to normally do, you know, grab the kid, get whatever, go out to the game and drink a soda, do something. I don't know. Like, I mean, hey, Buffalo Wild Wings afterwards or something, right? I
Hey,
know
all
we're gonna be going somewhere. Do you know where we're going, or are you still thinking of this?
you know what? I'll give probably the three options. We'll decide. We'll sit down and talk about it. Either we're gonna be going to Coolidge, Santa Cruz Valley.
Okay, going time to your old
I'll,
hometown,
I'll
hometown
leave.
supporter.
I'll leave a Tucson option out there in Tanque Verde, Phoenix Christian.
Oh, okay. So the home game. Okay,
Okay. Or if not, we got to definitely go check out Sabino versus Valley Christian. So those
Ooh,
are going to be the
three
three
games
we
we
got.
might be at.
We got a day. Got another day to sit there and look at it. So I think overall, it's, of course, it's a little bit more of a drive down to Valley or up to Valley Christian, but
Right.
the other two, I mean, they're not too far from us. I think either way, there's going to be some good matchups this week. So those would be my three options, and then of course Saturday you'll probably catch me at Pusch Ridge versus Santan Foothills.
Hey, you know what? We made our votes right now. We went through it. We're going to be doing this on a week to week basis kind of thing. You'll be able to vote once again in the polls that we'll be posting up. And guys, get ready. The season's here. Other than that, did you have anything else to say, Daniel?
Check us out. The after these first week concludes, we're going to be doing a post game show, either probably a Sunday or Monday, depending on when we gather all the information. So check out that, listen to what we have to say as far as the results of these matchups. It's all about our perspective, our opinion. Doesn't mean we're right or wrong. You can agree or disagree, but at the end of the day, it's just all about showing love to these schools and bringing some awareness to these programs and these players. And then of course, coaches, parents, stay on top of your stats. If Chris does
And
a really
rosters.
great job, and rosters. Chris does a really great job about updating current stat leaders. So if you want to see your players in there, make sure you're pushing those stats so that way we can get as many people acknowledged as we can.
Other than that, guys, like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, obviously on X, and right here on Facebook as well. On all of them, follow us on the platforms. Let's get it going here, guys. Other than that, you good?
I'm good.
Let's
Football's
get out of
here.
here. We're here, man. Be good.
Meet SitBax Bleacher Seat, the first comfy stadium seat. I'm a parent with kids in sports. I've lived on the bleachers and tried countless stadium seats. I found light seats, foldable seats, hot seats, this seat. I couldn't find a comfy seat, so I made my own. First, it has a tall back with lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck support. It's lined in thick, full-body contoured padding, complete with a head pillow and optimal height armrests with cushions. It has a breathable mesh back, L-shaped folding arms, and its angular design frames your body so it won't block anyone's view. Compact, lightweight, and portable is a must, so we made it fully collapsible with padded adjustable backpack straps. While most seats are fixed, the SitBax Bleacher Seat reclines into a relaxed position. It was almost complete when I thought, what if I could also rotate the seat? So we added a rare swivel feature so you can fully rotate the seat in any direction and view from the best angle. And there we have it, the SitBax Bleacher Seat. When I received the first model, I was so excited. There was no pressure on my neck, no pressure on my back. I was floating. Finally, a comfy seat. Now we're ready to share it with the world. Whether you're dedicated parents, sports fans, or event goers, you've invested significant time and money into these experiences. Now get ready to sit back and relax.